Hi guys, I just wanted to talk to everyone about the Dr. Seuss crochet along that we're going to be doing because we're incorporating that for beginners that have never done a graph yarn and single crochet. A couple things that I want you guys to understand is that your foundation chain is not row 1. If you skip your foundation chain and start directly on row 1, this image for this pattern, or for any pattern, will end up being mirrored. So instead of the character thing looking from right to left, he'll be mirrored and he'll be looking from left to right. So it's very important that you don't skip your foundation chain. And I know a lot of you have been asking about the foundation chain. Your foundation chain will be 180 crochet plus 1 for single crochet, so it should bring 181 single crochet. Then you're going to move to row 1. So row 1, you're going to end up with 180 stitches because you're going to be crocheting into the second stitch from the hook. So technically, for my picture, for my first 30 rows of what I did for the checkered, which was the purple and then the blue and the green, that should be 31 single crochet rows instead of just 30. And then for your bobbins, which I want to talk about too, there's a few different options for the way that the pattern is going to be presented to you guys. There will be a written pattern. There will be the color block pattern, which is this. This might be easier for some of you guys to look at. For the color block, inside of each color block, there's a number. That number is going to be the stitches that you need to complete for that color. So this is 14 black, 17 white, 16 black, and 133 yellow. This is also good to look at to see how many bobbins you need for each row. So for row 31, 32, and 33, you're going to use, let's see, row 31 is going to be 2 black bobbins, 1 white, 1 yellow. And then 32 is going to be 1 yellow, 2 black, 1 white. 33 is going to be 2 black, 1 white, 1 yellow. And then moving to 34, you're going to see that you're not going to need as many yellow. You're going to drop down to 1 yellow, but you're going to have 2 white. So you're going to pick up a white, and then you're going to be moving on to 3 black bobbins that you'll need. So you'll be picking up bobbins. That's where we'll be adding bobbins and taking bobbins out. So for row 34, we'll be getting rid of our previous yellow bobbins from row 33. So that's when we leave a really long tail, because for our bobbins, we're going to be picking up the yarn from the back of our work, which you'll see for our color changes. You're not going to cut each bobbin every row and then weave it in. That's a cut and tie method. I don't know how to do that method. I don't use that method. I like my bobbins. It makes for a cleaner look for your pattern. So I'll show you guys how to add your bobbins in. And there's one thing that I have not done with this with patterns before is there's some colors where they're only required to have 1 color change. I've never done that before because a lot of my patterns I try to avoid that as much as possible. I'll show you how to do that. And then again, you need to have your first 30 rows completed plus the foundation chain for us to move to the centerpiece of the character for thing. And if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. Again, we'll get started in March. I'm going to go ahead and start making the videos to get a head start. So then that way if you guys have questions, I can focus on answering your questions. Just remember again, your foundation chain is not row 1. Please don't skip that, because then a lot of people are going to be upset and say, well, mine doesn't look like yours. There's a good possibility where mine actually might be mirrored on mine right here. I think I lost count, so I'm just going to go with what I have. I'm just going to say that I have 31 rows here. There's a good possibility I only actually have 30 instead of 31. I don't live alone. I live with my boyfriend and his brother, so a lot of times they talk to me and I would just lose count, and I kind of just go as is because I know how to fix it if I really wanted to. So this is the first video, just to give you guys a little information. I'll have more information posted later. If you guys have any questions about bobbins and the way that they're set up, just let me know. Alrighty, thank you, bye.